Wacky news. Short, interesting stories. That's right. Short and interesting.
Hey, it's Green Bay Waggy. Smash the subscribe button. You can become a member if you want to support the channel. Dead serious about this video. Tell me if you made it all the way through it. I'm going to jump right into it. Here's Governor Cuomo on his recent trip to Georgia. Now, I'm going to show you some images, and then you can decide for yourself. I'm going to give you some commentary. This is right here. This is the Washington Examiner. And there's Cuomo fist bumping, hugging, living it up. No mask, no social distancing, no problem at all. Now, here, I saw the video myself. Same, U.S. Sun. Here's Cuomo tweeting out there should be a national mask mandate. And then here's Cuomo making a new rule for New York that requires people to self-quarantine for 14 days when they fly in from hotspot states. Georgia is one of them, by the way. Now, here's my point. Let me explain the context of what happened. He went down to Georgia to talk to this mayor, Johnson, and, he's preaching about, he wants to, just share ideas about how to, treat this coronavirus and, how, people from other states can bring it into New York and all this stuff. Now, he's down here living it up. No mask, fist bumps, no problem, hugs, no problem, just like the way, it used to be in the United States of America. Now, how long are we going to, now look, this is not an isolated incident. Tons of governors and mayors across the country have been caught doing this, breaking their own lockdown orders. How long do we, the American people, give them a pass? They must know something we don't know. I'm not giving you any medical advice, okay? But all we're told is the science supports this. But where are the studies? Where are these studies? The science supports this. And then anytime someone comes out with a different narrative, they get banned. They're all banned. See, it's one of these deals. What's happening to you, if you're watching this video right now, it's the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing. The left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing. So you might be in a state where you've been ordered to do certain things, and you might not see an article like this. And you might not know that your own people that are, forcing you to do certain things aren't doing it themselves. What does that mean? Tell me what you think that means. Is this right? Listen, we are being asked as Americans to change our entire way of life. I mean, literally, in a matter of months, we've gone from land of the free, home of the brave, to masks, social distancing, all this different stuff, because, we've been told this is the most deadliest thing that's ever hit the world. We've never worn masks before during the influenza outbreaks that happen every year. We've never done it for people that have TB, and we get all these crazy reasons. Oh, well, that wasn't this, and that's not as communicable, and this. It's always a reason. There's always some scientific reason, right? But I see things like this and it turns my stomach. Okay, here's Cuomo, who just says you're going to get fined for not wearing masks. He says this stuff in his own state of New York. He's going to fine people, and it's really bad for you if you don't do what he says. The governors, the mayors, the leaders have now become dictators in our country. That's basically what it amounts to. Just say that. They have become dictators. Admit it. Just admit it. It's like no one wants to say it. I'll say it. They're like dictators with rules, orders, trivial demands. I mean, look at California. I just made a video about that, where they're defining what food is, what a meal is. Look at Gretchen Whitmer in Michigan, who, made all these rules, to fight this coronavirus, including not running motorboats in lakes, not going to your country home, things like that. I mean, there's nothing rooted in science, nothing. How long are we going to give these people a pass before Americans will wake up and say, hey, wait a minute. You know what? You're going to have to convince me a little more of some of these rules and these draconian lockdowns. Cuomo, there you have it. Prime example. That's one of the worst I've seen. And you know what? Mainstream media ain't going to cover it. Mainstream media ain't going to cover that. I'm going to have to dig around and find newspaper articles in online newspapers. Mainstream media isn't going to tell you that about Cuomo. Nope. No, they're not going to do it. No, that would look bad. What do you think of this? No medical advice. How long do they get a pass? You're being asked to change your entire way of life on a daily basis. You're being told that your children are going to wear masks for 8 hours a day in school. Well, Cuomo, obviously, I mean, it was so important. He fist bump, bro, hugs, high fives, no masks, no social distancing. And when he got back, no 14-day quarantine for him. Now, remember this. According to what we've been told, anyone can get this from anyone at any time. There is no vaccine, right? So it does, I hear that a lot. People are saying like, well, oh, they're really tested a lot because they're, a mayor, a governor, a president, whatever. They're tested a lot and they didn't have it. Well, according to what we're being told, you can get it. If you get tested on a Thursday afternoon and you don't have it, you could get it Thursday night from meeting someone. Cuomo could have just got it there in Savannah, Georgia, couldn't he have? When are we going to start using our brains and wake up to what's going on? America's being changed, and we see this time and time again all across the country. It's do as I say, not as I do. Let me just write an executive order and be your dictator. I am your king. Please bow down. Do we have kings and dictators in the United States of America? Is that what we have now? This is what's going on. I mean, just call it for what it is. Call it for what it is. Hashtag call it for what it is. No medical advice. I'm not giving you any medical advice. I'm not telling you what to do to have some violent protests. Use your brain, use your mind. It's time for Americans to really start thinking this through.